Hello dear students, this is Dr. Agnes Karat from MGV's Arts, Science and Commerce College, Surgana. Let us start with FY Zoology first chapter, paper 1, Principles of Classification. For our convenience, I've already told you that I have divided this chapter into 3 parts, and today we are going to deal with third part of this chapter. So today we will learn about 5 kingdom classification system. So let us start with the topic. So at the outset, let's have a look on history of classification. Ancient Greek people, let's say about 2000 years ago, they believed into this particular theory. It was proposed by Aristotle. He divided all the living creatures into 2 kingdoms. Then in 17th and 18th century, Carl Linnaeus, he also developed a similar theory of 2 kingdom classification, which was based on similar properties, and he was the one who proposed binomial nomenclature system. At present also we are using this nomenclature system to give scientific names to all the organisms. Then in 19th century came into existence the most widely used classification system, that is 5 kingdom classification system. At present we are using this 5 kingdom classification system. 5 kingdom classification system was proposed by Robert Whittaker, in which all organisms were placed into 5 kingdoms. Whittaker proposed that organisms should be broadly divided into kingdoms based on certain characters like the structures of the cell, mode of nutrition, the source of nutrition, interrelationship, body organization and reproduction. These 5 kingdoms include kingdom prokaryote, or called as Monera, in which all the bacteria and archaea are involved. Into kingdom Protista, algae and protozoa are included. Fungi, this is the third kingdom, which includes fungi. Then plants are included into the kingdom Plantae, and animals are included into the kingdom Animalia. So this is 5 kingdom classification system proposed by Robert Whittaker in 1969. So now in detail we'll study all these 5 kingdoms. So what are these 5 kingdoms? Once again we'll revise them. Kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So let's have a look on properties of kingdom Monera. Monera, these are the organisms which generally cause tooth decay. Some of these bacteria, they can live in very harsh environment, like very cold environment or very hot environment. So these bacteria can tolerate harsh environmental conditions. These organisms are prokaryotic and unicellular. Now students, you should always understand difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Now you should remember prokaryotic. Pro means what? Pro means primitive, and karyotic, it is derived from the word karyon, and karyon means what? Karyon means nucleus. So prokaryotic means primitive kind of nucleus bearing organisms. So remember, these are prokaryotic, unicellular, single cellular organisms. Now prokaryotic and eukaryotic, these are 2 different words. Karyon means nucleus, eu means true. So true nucleus bearing organisms are called as eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means what? True nucleus bearing organisms. So you should remember, always remember these terms: prokaryotic and eukaryotic. They do not have a well-defined nucleus, and they also lack cell organelles. Cell organelles are absent in case of monerans. Some organisms, they show presence of cell wall, while there are others without a cell wall. Consequently, some organisms are autotrophic and others are heterotrophic. Now here again there are two terms, autotrophic organisms and heterotrophic organisms. Now students, remember, autotrophic organisms, these are the organisms who can synthesize their own food material. So they are called as autotrophic food material. Their mode of nutrition is autotrophic. And heterotrophic means what? These are the organisms which depends on other organisms for their nutrition, for their food. So they are called as heterotrophic organisms. So remember, Monera are autotrophic or they can be heterotrophic. Examples are bacteria, cyanobacteria and mycoplasma. So these are the examples of kingdom Monera. Then comes kingdom Protista. Organisms grouped under kingdom Protista are all unicellular but eukaryotic organisms. So Protista includes true nucleus bearing organisms. That means cell contains cell organelles. Nucleus is present in the cell. These are the simplest form of eukaryotes that exhibits either autotrophic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Some organisms, they have appendages like cilia or flagella or pseudopodia to move around. That means these organisms, they use pseudopodia or flagella or cilia for the locomotion purpose. And some examples are diatoms, protozoans like amoeba, paramecium. So amoeba and paramecium, they are included into kingdom Protista. Why? Because they are unicellular prokaryotic organisms. Unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Then next kingdom is kingdom fungi. Fungi includes heterotrophic, multicellular, eukaryotic organisms. So they are heterotrophic, multicellular and eukaryotic. Their mode of nutrition is saprophytic. Saprophytic mode of nutrition means what? They use decaying organic matter as their food. They get their nutrition from the decaying organic matter. So mode of nutrition is saprophytic kind of mode of nutrition. They have cell walls which are made up of substance called as chitin. Fungi also form symbiotic association with some blue-green algae. They can live in symbiotic association with some blue-green algae. And examples of fungi are yeast, mushroom, aspergillus, rhizopus. These are all examples of fungi. Next kingdom is Plantae. We are very much aware of the rest of the two kingdoms, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So let's study characteristic of kingdom Plantae. Plantae includes eukaryotic multicellular organisms with a cell wall that is made up of cellulose. They are autotrophic. That means their mode of nutrition is autotrophic. They synthesize their own food material through the process called as photosynthesis, and this kingdom includes all the plants. Based on the body differentiation and presence or absence of specialized vascular tissue, kingdom Plantae, it is further divided into different divisions. For example, Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Examples of plants are Spirogyra, ferns, pines, mango, etc. Then comes our favorite kingdom, kingdom Animalia. We all belong to this kingdom. This kingdom includes organisms that are multicellular, eukaryotic, without presence of cell wall. They have a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. We cannot synthesize our food material. We depend on others to get the nutrition. So we have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They also exhibit great diversity. Some organisms are simple while others have complex body with specialized tissue differentiation and body organs. The animal kingdom is divided into many phyla and classes like chordate, non-chordate, porifera, pisces, mammals. So this classification we are going to study in our next chapter. So this is about kingdom Animalia. So students, we have learned about properties of all the five kingdoms, the peculiar characteristic of five kingdoms we have studied. Now in this chart, we will learn the comparative chart of the comparative account of all these five kingdoms. So let's start. Kingdom Moneram. According to the type, they include unicellular prokaryotic organisms. Protista include unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Fungi, they include multicellular non-green eukaryotic organisms. Plantae include multicellular eukaryotic organisms, and Animalia say multicellular eukaryotic organisms. What kind of mode of nutrition these kingdoms have? Kingdom Monera, they can be either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Protista, again same, autotrophic or heterotrophic. Fungi, they are saprophytic or parasitic. Sometimes they live in symbiotic relationship. Plantae, they are autotrophic, and Animalia, they are heterotrophic organisms. Now what kind of body is present? In kingdom Moneram, organisms, they lack well defined nucleus and cell organelles. In Protista, some organisms use ceropodia or cilia or flagella for locomotion purpose or for the movement purpose. Fungi, it is made up of long filaments, and these filaments, they are termed as hyphae. The network of hyphae is called as mycelium. The body of fungi is called as mycelium. Plantae exhibits high level of tissue differentiation and have specialized body organs. Animalia also exhibit high level of tissue differentiation and they do have specialized body organs. They have very well developed nervous system. Examples of Monera are bacteria, blue-green algae, Protista, amoeba, paramecium and euglena. Fungi includes yeast, rhizopus, mushrooms. All trees, plants and shrubs are included into the kingdom Plantae, and animals include fish, insects, all the animals, humans. So this is about five kingdom classification system. I hope you understood today's topic. So thank you very much student for your kind attention. For any queries, you can contact me on my mail. Best luck dear student for your study. You can refer my e-notes for principle of classification, and yes, don't forget to solve question bank. Have a very great day children. Thank you.